Alright guys, this is Steven with SBK Reptiles. I'm going to show you guys how I frontline my snakes. I've had a lot of people ask me how to do it. I use frontline to treat snakes for external parasites. So anytime I get a new snake, I'm treating them with frontline before I put them into my quarantine section. And so it doesn't matter if I get it from a trusted source or some John Doe. I'm treating them with frontline just to be safe, to keep my collection clean and to keep mites out of my collection, because I hate mites. So a lot of people ask why use frontline. It's made to go on cats and dogs. And my response is it's actually the only product made to actually go on an animal, regardless of mammal or reptile. These other products like Prevenamite or no pest strips, they're not made to go on the animals. A lot of people have killed snakes using that. And so what I do with frontline is I put on some gloves. I always assume the snake has mites, even though it clearly does not. But when you assume is when you get mites. So put on some rubber gloves. We're going to spray our gloved hands, and then we're going to put it into what its cage is going to be, and I will do no water bowl for 24 hours. So what you're going to do is set the snake down, spray your hands. This is a 3-foot snake, so you know, something about the size of a dollar bill. A good spray. Rub your hands together, grab the snake, and from head all the way to tail, you're going to lather the animal with the front line. And so since the front line is actually alcohol based, you'll feel when it kind of dries up and is no longer on your hands, and you'll see where you left off at on the snake. And so you just apply a little bit more and continue treating the snake until you get all the way down to the tail. And carpets love to wrap you up and not really work with you. Sometimes they like to bite you, and so you just gotta finish just like that. Got the whole snake treated. And so you're just going to, I like to hold it for a little while. Make sure that I can't smell the front line on the snake. You do want it to dry before we return it into the cage. Once the scent is gone, it is dry, and then you won't have a mite issue. Nothing is known to kill mite eggs, and so if this snake potentially had mites and mites left it and laid eggs in the bedding, once the eggs hatched, they'd actually come back to return to feed to this to feed on the snake, and at that point is when they would get poisoned and died. So it's as simple as that. Not too much thought to it. Just kind of hold them. I literally put it to my nose and take a whiff and see that this one is good to go, and put her in her cage, and she'll go into quarantine, and then I'll give her water sometime tomorrow, and it's as simple as that. If you have any questions, let me know. This is the bottle right here. This is what I use. Stuff works great, and then we potentially have mites on our hands, so we would be throwing away our gloves and trashing them and not have mites ever again. If you do have mites, what I would suggest is if you see them on one snake and you have a 30 snake collection or 100 snake collection, whatever it may be, even if they're in different rooms, treat your whole collection the same day with this front line, and you won't have an issue. If you just treat the snakes that you see with mites, you're going to be chasing your tail, because mites love to travel. So knock it out, get front line. It's expensive, but it's worth it. One bottle has lasted me 4 or 5 years, and I just bought a new bottle. So works great, and I have had success and never killed an animal, knock on wood. Too much of anything will kill an animal, So just be smart. Like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment, message me, give me a call. Let me know. Alright guys, Steven, SPK Reptiles. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a good one.